Yeah, I mean, just one of those things. I got a really good start. I was able to get horse up for the first time of the season. Just went a little too hard into turn 8, I think it is, and just tucked the front. It was unfortunate. I was really looking forward to a good battle, but kind of hurt my shoulder a little bit, so I'm going to ice it, and I'll be out for the 3rd race and see what I can do.
I mean, looks like that was one of your best chances of taking that race.
Yeah, it was definitely my one chance. I kind of blew it on that one, but I'm going to go for the next one and see what I can do.
So what actually happened? The handle grip came off, is that true or is it?
Yeah, pretty much what happened was going into the corner, the handle grip actually came off after I crashed, but the front tire just wasn't hot enough and it just couldn't hold on the ground. So it's just one of those things. It happens a lot, but do my best to make it not happen this time.
Tell me, who's your favorite rider down here today?
Shannon Casey.
Why is that?
Because I just like him and he's a champion. It's my cousin.
Okay, so how often do you come down to Southside to watch the races?
Sometimes about Saturdays and sometimes to see the races.
So you're gonna come down here more?
Yes.
It's Shannon Casey because he's our cousin, Carlos and his cousin too.
Good. So how often do you come down?
Basically every race and like on practice days to watch them just fix up the bikes and like get them faster.
So are you thinking that you're gonna ride one day?
Yeah, my dad's looking forward to because he has a bike at home for me. So.
All right. Well, good luck. So we're here with Carlos out in the 600 today. Left the scooter learn today. You needed some more horses today. Tell me about it. How it feels out there, you know, with that much speed and power.
Yeah, it feels really good. I gotta work on the change the sprockets on it. Need to shorten the gears up. The track's so small. It's getting too fast for this small track right now. So I gotta do a little work to that. Hopefully I'll be able to stick with them in the next race.
All right. So we're here with Kenneth Silva. Kenneth, tell me, I mean, it looks like you're up to speed now, had a little spill, held you up a bit. Tell me about this race, last race.
All is going well, you know, I'm getting in my practice on Saturdays, coming on there and getting faster. I was in the race, 2nd place, going for 1st, just a couple more laps and I probably would have had it, but I kind of double guessed on the back brakes where you really shouldn't use back brakes on the 125. And I slid out, the back end went on me when I was in 2nd place. So I darted back up to try and catch up everybody and it was a bit too late. So maybe next race next race I should say I'll have them.
All right, Jordan, we're here with Jordan Fletcher, 125 rider. Jordan, you're looking good on that yellow machine, but we see that red and wild machine is sort of getting in your way these days. You know, tell me what your plan for that. You know, how you going to overcome that? Because you kind of his unrelenting and his going for it. So I know you had a few problems. You said your shoulders acting up. Tell us about it.
Yeah, Kenny's coming up. He's actually riding pretty good for his like 3rd race day out or so. Guys have been down there practicing week in and week out, just trying to get as much seat time as possible. Yeah, it's like you were saying, as I decked out yesterday, messed up my shoulder. I popped it out of socket, going into the bottom corner up the straightaway. So I'm just riding my best today and trying to do my best and keep it together and keep it on 2 wheels.
All right, we're here with Ed Daniels, rider of this green Kawasaki machine. Last race, awesome race. I don't normally get done for Heat 2, but I called Heat 2 today, and Heat 2 was heated up. I mean, it was Bryce Place, Keanu, yourself, battling for something. We know it wasn't first, but you was battling. Tell me about it, Ed.
Yeah, that's just pure bragging rights. You know, we all have our things to play in. You know, Bryce has got little issues, I got little issues, and Keanu's down on horsepower. So the biggest thing is beating Keanu because it's down on horsepower, and it's just not a nice day. And you come in and you've been spanked by him. But, you know, the only thing I can say, this craftsman has to blame his tools and that he ain't got tires. So today I can only try and I'll outmaneuver Keanu and block him as every chance I get and outrace him. Well, I can't even say outrace him, but I have to outride him. And that's my strategy today. If he can't pass me, if I'm a boss in the corner. You know what I mean? A boss, he has to go around the outside. And Keanu's favorite move is taking it up the inside and making you look stupid. So today, I'm trying to bring it to him, but this time the youngster got it, and Bryce came from the back and got it. So, you know, all I could do is just try to ride on a little bit of pride. So at least I know when I go home today that I work for it. And if I get it, it's going to be even sweeter.
All right, so one more race to go. You're ready for that one?
Yeah, one more race to go, and the direction changes, so that makes it a little bit different. You know, everybody has their favorite side that they like to corner on and a little bit faster on. They're all races around the world. Some like a track that goes left, some will go right. It's all your preference. So I'm not too sure when I'm going this in the opposite direction. I'm not as fast. I'm not up there. So all I could do is try to hold it together, keep the rubber side down, and bring it home. And then next week when the fresh rubber's on, or in a couple of weeks when the fresh rubber's on, then I'm going to go racing. Right now I'm just riding. Next time, these guys are going to get some racing.
We're with Kenneth Wilson. Kenneth, tough race today. I know you're down on horses, but you're giving these 600 riders, you know, a run for the money. These veteran 600 riders. I mean, they better hope you don't get any more horsepower. You know, tell me what's up. I saw Ed out there trying to block you on that last race. Determined not to let you get across him, but you still slipped across. Tell me about the race.
Well, yeah, he tried to help me off as much as he could, but I finally got around the outside a little bit through the chicane area, and then once we flipped back over, I had the inside line, and I just pulled it off and kept going. I had a little bit of fun, you know, try to put some heat on these other guys.
Now we're joining Bryce Place here. I mean, just had an awesome heat too. I mean, you know, Super Motor up in him. He had Ed Daniels up in it. I mean, first race, I know you got a good start off. That second race, I saw you, it was hard keeping it down on the ground. Tell me about it.
Well, this race day, I was hoping to have my other bike out, but the gear's fixed. But this race day, what I had to revert to is go back to my old 2001 bike. It's way older. It's 2001 compared to the old bike. The other bike I was riding was a 2004, which these guys are racing 2006 to 2009. But yeah, I had to revert back to the older bike today, and it's been laid up for a while. So therefore, it's not as clean as it should be. It has a mess in it. So hey, I'm just riding to get points. I'm riding to get points, and I think I'm done quite well having, you know, the situations that I'm having. Even though the bike is older and it hasn't been run for a while, hey, the other newer bikes have upside down forks. This is old tube forks, but hey, I run what I'm got. And this is what I'm got, and I'm gonna take it to the race again today. So hopefully I can do a little better in the last race and you know, get a little closer to the front.
Now, Ed Daniels here, I mean,
I'm got my honey. I got my honey here, Ed Daniels here.
Today I am his honey. I'm the female today.
This is my honey.
If you don't know what blocking woods, I guess you could learn today.
Yeah.
So a lot of it happens.
This is the man that taught me about block passing, and I seem to be using it on him. I really don't know.
The student has become the master, and I am having to pay for it. You know what I mean?
Thank you very much for teaching me those skills, sir.
These things happen. I got one or two tricks left in me, but when I got some fresh tires, that's when school's in again.
All right.
You know, but right now I'm just sitting back and watching my students like beat me like a child.
Thank you for teaching me. Yeah, a good teacher.
Yeah, well on to me.
And a good teacher always wants to see his students beat him.
Yeah.
So thank you very much, sir.
I'll back out of that one graciously and like.
We've got on that yellow number 6 machine, CJ Fubler, number 10 blue bike. Tamia Place on that orange machine. On the orange bike, we've got Monique Wade and the little man on deck. On the number 45 pocket bike, young Danico Durant. As they're lined up, the parents are getting everybody ready, making sure the tires up to temperature, the engines are warmed up. Flag marshal will be off the track, and the red flag will drop. Green flag is displayed, and they're off. Rocking into turn 1. Looks like young Durant has got off to a flying start, as fast a start he's had all season. But tipping into turn 1, we got CJ Fubler, followed by Monique Wade on that orange number 4 KTM. As Tamia Place rockets cross on that 50cc number 10 blue 911 racing machine. Down to the back straightaway they go. But still up front, we've got young CJ Fubler. Young Danico Durant in 4th place, bringing up the rear, but still, as he matures in his racing career, we'll see him get closer to the front. But back to race action as young Tamia Place puts her head down and sets off after her teammate and causes CJ Fubler out front of that orange, that yellow number 6 machine. We're seeing these two go toe-to-toe, battle to battle, every single race day thus far this season as CJ checks up a slight bit, which allows Tamia to get in nice and close. Let's see what happens in this last hairpin turn before they round our last bend to put them onto the front straightaway. As Tamia has a quick little hiccup and CJ accelerates in front of her. We know his bike's got a little bit more top end than hers, as we've seen thus far this season, but Tamia's darn low. Looks like she's setting up for a wider line than CJ heading into turn one as they tip in. You'll see what happens if these youngsters, as they advance through their racing careers. But down the backstretch they fly. We've got young CJ Fubler, still up front and commanding this race thus far. So what do you think about these youngsters so far this season, Jacob?
I think it's pretty exciting to see the growth in the young people, especially CJ. He started fresh last season. He's come back this season to take the fight to Tamia, his cousin and teammate. So it's been real interesting to watch him grow, and I can't wait to see what they do in the 70 class when they move up next season or whenever they do.
All right. Yes, it's definitely going to be interesting to watch these youngsters as they progress and move through the ranks, through the 70, 80, 125 cc classes. We see the battles are brewing up right now in this mini bike class, which is our entry-level class. And if it keeps this way, and we got hot competition as we see it, things gonna be looking great. But Tamia Place looks to be making a move up on CJ Fubler as she pulls up with the rear wheel up and heading into turn one. She's not close enough to pull off a pass, but anything can happen as she gets a ton of speed as she exits turn one. But CJ is able to put the power down on his curb of 50cc and accelerate and start to pull away from her. As lap traffic is going to come into play, as young Danico Durant is going to find himself a lap down. We don't know. We'll still find out whether it's going to play if the leaders are going to be held up by him, but it looks like they both take wide lines. Looks like young Tamia took a slightly wider line and got choked up just slightly, which allows CJ to get a bit of breathing room. But we know Tamia's going to come back, and she's going to come back hard. As they tip it in, Tamia's banking that bike up as far as she can get it. Monique Wake's keeping everybody in close check, not letting them get away too far. But these two young kids out front have got their heads down, they're focused, and they're ready for this challenge, which they're with. We've got, still, you got young CJ Fubler out front, with Monique Wake bringing up in third place on that orange KTM 65cc. As young Tamia Place seems to be making up a little bit of ground on CJ out the back straightaway. As they run into turn two, CJ pulls about another half a bike length back out in front of her. Tamia looks to be pretty good and pretty fast through these turns, and CJ takes a wide line. Tamia stays pretty tight, but CJ is able to carry a bit more speed through these turns. See, these tight section of turns and these tight tracks is helping these kids to develop their cornering strategies and their cornering techniques, which is really paying off, because most of these races are all won in the corners and not the straightaways. As Tamia pulls right up into the rear wheel of CJ Fubler as they run into turn six. Onto the front straightaway they come. Tamia looks to the outside. CJ Fubler stays tight to the inside. Tamia's got a good run up on him. Looks like she's going to pull alongside of him, going to turn one. She can't make it happen. Maybe she's just setting them up, playing a bit of cat and mouse, and saving that maneuver for the last lap. But we'll see what happens. Looks like Tamia, in this last half of this race day today, has found her second win, as she is charging hard, trying to put some pressure on CJ Fubler, trying to make him crack. Hopefully open up the door, which will let her slip by. But these two are having a definite battle of their own so far. You can almost look forward to seeing these two battle it out in the senior classes as they move through the rank structure within the BMRC. Well, Tamia has a quick little bubble which allows CJ to pull away slightly. Let's see if she can make it back up. But we need to. As they come onto the front straightaway, we still got CJ Fubler out front. Tamia Place pushing that bike, trying to get every ounce of speed she can get from it. I'm pretty sure she'll be speaking to her father this evening when she's finished the race day, letting her know that her bike needs to be a little faster. But she's got pretty good corner speed as she pulls right back on top of CJ Fubler. Out the back straightaway they come. Tamia's got her head down. Coolridge got his head down. Looks like she's making a little bit of ground up as they lead and come into turn 2. So Coolridge stays tight. Tamia takes a slightly wider line, takes a long way around. Let's see what happens. Tamia stays tight and Coolridge goes wide. These two are flip-flopping back and forth. So come to the last series of turns before they come onto the start-finish line stretch. This left's a winding down fast. CJ accelerates. Tamia accelerates, going around to the last hairpin turn, which will bring them onto our start-finish line stretch. They both tip it in. Down the gas. Tamia tries to make up a little bit of real estate on CJ, but CJ pulls it back up. You're seeing Tamia pull up alongside of another start-finish line straight. Looks like she is looking to do something to turn 1 as she gets a little closer to him, but CJ maintains the lead that he had entering. It's a white flag lap. Tamia has it all to do now. She has no time to wait, no time to sit back and relax and wait for it to happen. She's got to make it happen if she wants this one. As CJ slows down, Tamia slows down behind her. Let's see if she gets a bit more aggressive in the infield section of turns. Looks like CJ Fubler is attacking pretty hard. He smells victory. The checker flag is within sight. He doesn't want to let this one slip away. He's staying focused. He's riding very defensive. He's protecting his lines. He's not giving Tamia any opportunity to try to take the inside line and slip underneath him. As they come into the last hairpin turn before they round the final bend onto the front straightaway, we've got CJ Fubler. Tamia place. Looks like it's going to be the yellow number 6 of Fubler to take the race win in Heat 3 today. Tamia place pulls in a comfortable and a worthwhile second place. We got young Monique Wade making her way up to the start-finish line straight away now to take third on that orange KTM. And our youngest participant out there today, Danico Durant, negotiating the last section of turns as he makes his way around and through the track. But we've got our winner for today, CJ Fubler, followed by Tamia Place, all of 911 Racing Team. You follow these two youngsters as they progress through this season. I'm pretty sure they're going to delight you and excite you with the performances that they put on. As young Durant takes the final section of turns as he makes his way and circumnavigates this track. Our leaders are into the pits and they're off. I'm pretty sure they can't wait to get this hot gear off, wind down, have a cool glass of water, put some flip-flops on, pack the trailer up and head straight to the beach. We'd like to thank our sponsors that's making it all possible for us. We got Bermuda Custom Mechanical, Tessera's Gas Station, Kimco Cycles Bermuda, Autobahn Accessories, Precision, LMT, Sub-Zero Air Conditioning Refrigeration, and Red Bull Energy Drinks. So our youngest rider, Danico Durant, takes the checker flag. We've got mounted up and getting ready to enter the track. We got our Super Scooter class with our GP80 class. Jacob, we got seeing some hot race action in this class so far today. What is your predictions for this final race of the heat race of the day?
Well, I think there's going to be a tight race again. I just hope that the 80 class can give us some more fights, some more battles as well. Because it's always exciting to see Shay Darrow and Jazari Casey and all those guys go against each other. It's always